Equi-Librium Therapy Center is an organization that provides equine therapy for those with special needs. So we work on their balance, their muscle tone, their cognitive skills, and there are several different programs that we can utilize for whatever goals and needs that they have.
I'm Danielle Wagner, and I have triplets, Briar, Hadley, and Grant Wagner. They were born at 24 weeks on May 8th, 2013. Being born so early, they were diagnosed with cerebral palsy and have since had numerous setbacks because of that. We actually started coming here right about 2.5 years ago, so the kids were almost 3. And since then, we have just seen amazing results and benefits from it.
Bennett has been coming to Equilibrium since he was 2 years old, and so we are approaching 5 years already. And he started young, and he loved it, and it was just such a good experience at that age. Something fun and new that put a little bit of fun into therapy for him. So we've been here for several years.
I learned about Equilibrium Center about 12 years ago. My daughter was 2 or 3 years old, and we were actively looking for a place for her to do hippotherapy because I'd heard good things about it. I didn't know a lot about it, but I just happened to stumble across the program that Kent was running.
We have several different programs we offer. So on our physical side, we offer a program called Hippotherapy, which hippo is the Greek word meaning horse. We also have a program called Therapeutic Riding, and Therapeutic Riding is working with those with a lesser disability, if you will. On our mental health programs, we have equine facilitated psychotherapy and equine assisted learning. Using these animals as a therapy tool on the physical side is very effective. It's all about the therapist setting a goal and using that horse to reposition them to build up their muscle tone, whether it's a 2-year-old child with cerebral palsy. We're going to lay that 2-year-old child on their back, on the horse's back, and the physical therapist is going to position their head over their hips. And it's the multi-dimensional gait of the horse that when they walk empowers their muscle tone. In an 8-week hippotherapy session, we could do a site evaluation and see the results of that individual be able to hold their head up for a 5-second count.
I first found out about Equilibrium Therapy Center from our First Steps provider when Bennett was 2 years old. She told us about it, and I was able to go online and find out more information and contacted Kent, and we got started really quickly. One of the main things that I've seen through horse therapy is the core strength. The first time we got on the horse, I think even just him sitting upright was very difficult. And now he's up on his knees and he's throwing balls and he's doing things and going backwards. And we've just seen a huge change in his core strength, which is one of his biggest weaknesses and one of the things that will help him the most.
I will have to say that I truly give Equilibrium and the hippotherapy all the credit for them being able to sit independently. That is the one thing that we have just truly seen them thrive with since starting this therapy. I mean, this session has been one of her best. She's made lots of progress, really connected with her therapist, and she's just really done well.
Within just a couple of years, even with her disabilities, she developed really strong core muscles. She was able to sit up, and then she was able to start moving. And eventually, over the course of the last 10 years, of course, she's walking, and her walking has become very independent. I feel like ETC contributed to that because every time that we would come here, she would be so happy, and she loved being on the horse. So I know that she was willing to work on some of those muscles that may have been slightly painful for her or extremely weak for her. And now, like I said, she's walking with very little support.
When a child is putting a ring on a therapy tree, that full extension of that arm might be a little painful, but out here the pain is forgotten about, and because once they get that ring on the tree, they get to come back, grab the reins and say walk on to that 1,100-pound animal, And for the experience of them to be able to do that and to feel that underneath them is empowering to them. And
I think that just the movement alone, being on the horse, the instability and the trotting and the sensory that my kids get from being on the horse, I believe that that is an impact that would just be hard to replicate outside of here. I mean, the horse is such a natural calming effect on the kids in and of itself. At the end of every therapy session, they take the kids to the horse, and last week Hadley was kissing the horse. I mean, the therapist had to keep wiping hair off her mouth because she kept leaning in to kiss the horse. So I think that there's numerous benefits to doing therapy on the horse.
Being a part of Equilibrium Therapy Center has been an amazing experience for us. Not only has it helped to develop Gracie's physical skills, but I feel like it's helped to develop her social skills. It also increased her awareness. She was able to learn like the smells and the sounds associated with this facility and this program, to where she really developed her anticipation skills, knowing where we were going and what we were doing.
Bennett had a big breakthrough moment last year when he took his first 4 steps, and it was the first time he'd taken any independently, and so we've been so excited to progress on that, and we have something to build on from that. He hadn't taken any steps, and he took 4 when we were working on it one time, and so now we have a constant goal of, now let's try 5, let's try 6, and I think we are currently at 6. But last year that was a big deal, and we were able to tell everyone he'd taken 4 steps on his own.
As far as going forward in their lives, we hope to always be able to offer them what we feel would be the most beneficial therapies to them. And in my books, hippotherapy really is, in a class of its own.